Good morning, everybody. It is time to make our list. So notepad, pen, or pencil, and let's get ready to write these things down. Okay, guys, remember the reason that we're writing all this down is not really just so that you know what to do, but so that you can keep track of your work, so that you are the one who's really in charge of getting it all finished, knowing what you need to do next, and all that sort of thing. So you already know your first thing is Bible, and you're going to be sending me a picture of it. The reason we put it on your list is so you can keep yourself on track every single day. And then your parents have one less thing to do, or, maybe 20 less things to do, 20 fewer things to do. So, of course, Bible, take a picture, Scholastic, 2 books to listen to, 1 video to watch, an activity to do, and then you'll send me a picture of the activity, and there's where you might need to have your parents help a little bit. Kindergartners, today in Scholastic, you guys are working with the life cycle of a butterfly, how it starts out as an egg and then it turns into a larva and then it becomes a full adult butterfly. So the idea for the activity is to actually act it out. Now, your parents may not be equipped to take a video and send me, and so that's okay. You could do a drawing of it instead or some of the other activities there. First graders, you guys today are going to be working with snow. And then what you will finally send me, which I think is hilarious because there might be snow coming this week, is you imagine a schedule for a snow day. And they give you some ideas and examples there of what you might put for your snow day. All right, kids, A to Z. Kindergartners, you have another book today that you can work on reading. It's mostly consonant, vowel, consonant words like we practice at school. So you should be able to read it. It will read to you first, so you should be able to read it the second time around. And first graders and Lily, you guys have a book that uses the O consonant E spelling pattern. So the next thing you know will be math, and you'll take a picture of the 4th page to send to me. And then the 5th thing, your extra lesson. And today, boys and girls, both kindergartners and first graders, you have 2 parts. So you might want to put 2 marks there to remind you. You have 1 part to do your extra lesson, and then when you do that, you cross that off. And then you have another part of your extra lesson to do, and when you do that second part, you cross that one off. So kindergartners, here is the first part of your extra lesson. You remember how you take these words and then you're going to match them up with the pictures. You should have these all cut apart in your bag already. First graders, just for the extra practice, you can read along with us. Here's an, fan, ad, dad, an, pan, sad, sad, an, man, ad, pad, van, mad, mad, can. Notice with these words, you need to pay attention not just to the first letter, but also to the last letter of the word. Partners, once you have that sort done, you can cross off this job of your extra lesson because you got that one done. Now we're going to talk about the second one. In your package of papers from me, you had a page that looked like this. So you're going to need this, and we're going to do it together right now. So if you don't have it handy at the moment, pause the video, go find this paper, and let's work on it. So the handy thing, the reason we're starting with this one is because down here at the bottom of the paper, it has the words. So if you're not quite sure, you can use this. So we can look here at these, and I think what's actually going to be easiest here is to start down here with these words and figure out what the word is and write it up here with the match. Or you can tap it out, but you may not be sure what the word is. So let's figure out this one, top. Well, right here we have up. Do you see how they set it up almost like you could tap it out? So if you tap with this hand, you'd t, up. Or if you tap with this hand, t, up. All right, let's try this one. N, et, net. right here. Now, anytime you have a word bank, one good thing to do is to put a line through the word when you finish it. So we did top and we did net. So we're going to put a line through those words to remind us we already did them. Now let's figure out this one. Map. So up here, you can see the treasure map. App. And we cross it out. Now, kindergartners, there are just 2 left. I think you guys can figure them out. We'll do this real quick. P-I-G. M-A-G. All right, and then kindergartners, once that's done, you can cross out that last extra job and you have finished the work for today. So first graders and Lily, you guys have 2 jobs for today also. The first one is to get your plastic bag with these words that have the flap, like these. Go ahead and reread them. That shouldn't take you very long at all. And then you can cross off the first one of your extra jobs. The second one also will not take you very long, but it's just a little bit of extra practice in reading consonant, vowel, consonant words. So for this one, you can choose a crayon or a marker. I'm going to use a marker here. So this is pretty simple. You take a look here at this, and you're just going to circle it as you make each sound, and then circle it as you read the word. So you say make. And it's just a little extra practice in reminding yourself that when you see this silent E on the end, you don't actually pronounce it. So with this one here, gave. The other practice that it gives you is when you get to the vowel, you pause for a minute and you check and see if there's something that's going to make it say its long sound, because you guys are far enough along now that you're not going to look at vowels anymore and automatically make their short sound. You're going to look at vowels and check to see if they should make their long sound. So here's another one. Late. So do you see, while you do have 2 jobs for today, the 2 jobs are not very difficult. So girls, be sure that you're using that checklist to make sure that you are being independent learners, to make sure that you're being responsible for your learning, that your parents aren't having to come up to you and say, hey, are you getting your work done? What are you working on now? You look like you're just playing around. You guys use your checklist and you're going through. If your parents ask what you've done, you can show them right there on your checklist. Oh, I did Bible and I did Scholastic, and now I need to maybe stretch or get a drink before I start doing Kids A to Z. Or maybe you're going to say, well, I did Bible and we did the extra lesson while I was on with Mrs. Pitton. And so now I'm going to go back to do Scholastic next. So use your checklist to keep track of what you're doing so that you have a successful day and your parents have the time to think about what they need to think about. Bye-bye.